Do you know that most Americans, most people are living with financial stress? They deal with it day in and day out, whether you're a college student or in your first job, or even a lot of multimillionaires live with the financial stress because of the lack of discipline and the ability to grow the finances the way that they want them. My name is Matt with Highline Financial Coaching. Today we're going to break free from financial worry. This is something 10 years ago when I decided to create, or when the idea came to me to create a company that helps people with financial stress. That stress was a major part of my life, and it is something. Debt and financial struggles can be a major challenge that face us. How many out there have sat at their computer, sat at their kitchen table, worrying about how they're going to pay the bills for the month, worrying about where the money is going to come from, how are you going to get groceries, how are you going to pay the mortgage, which bills are more important than others, which ones are you going to wait until your next paycheck to be able to pay those? How are you going to be able to afford groceries when you go to the store? If you've been in that situation, you know exactly what I'm talking about. It weighs on you day in and day out, and it's amazing how fast time goes when you don't have money. When you're stressing about these things, your rent or your mortgage comes up so quickly. So many of us struggle with living paycheck to paycheck. You may make a lot of money, but it disappears every month because we may not have the right things in place to help us save and grow and get ahead financially. So, and if we're being honest, it's really hard to break the cycle of financial stress, which it seems like there's just not enough money to go around. And over the last couple of years, we've seen inflation skyrocket. We've seen grocery prices go through the roof. It's crazy. Things are so much more expensive. It was the other day I was going to go skiing with my son at one of our local ski resorts, and the price was 3 times what I paid last time I went. And I couldn't believe it. It was ridiculous for me to go up there and go down the hill a couple times. We just couldn't justify it. You can't justify paying those types of prices all the time for those types of activities. So what do we want to do to overcome these challenges? The first step is to take control of your finances. Actually, the first step is admitting that you want to get better. Now, again, there's one of the problems that we face is in school, in elementary, high school, college, they do not teach us how to deal with personal finances. I went, and even in college, I took finance classes, and they didn't teach us anything about our personal finances. That's because school wasn't created for that. School was created to help people work for a company once they graduate. I took so many classes that were absolutely worthless. I would have loved to have had some financial literacy classes that educated me better on how to invest, what to invest in, how to save money. How do you create a good budget that doesn't sound like a 4-letter word, that restricts you on everything? How do you build up, or how do you buy a house and pay it off quickly? We live in a world where banks make us believe that a 4% interest rate is good. That's 4% a year. That actually turns into 95% interest over the length of 30 years. And it probably turns into 150% by the time you pay it off. So just imagine if when you signed your mortgage, they told you, guess what? Your house is $500,000 now. You're going to pay us another $500,000 or $600,000 on top of that to own this house. It'd make it a little harder to sign on the dotted line. So we teach people how to pay that off very quickly. And by doing that, you can take your entire mortgage at that point and start investing in your future. Also, by developing healthy financial habits like saving and investing, invest in a side job that can help you have another source of income. Our last video, we talked about financial crisis. What do you do when that happens? Well, you have a good savings account, you pay down your house, you have some things in place to be able to leverage your assets if you need to. And those are the things that I wanted to learn years ago. And that's what put me down this path to learn, get in a better position, and create this company, Highline Financial Coaching. And I am so grateful for that decision we made a little over 8 years ago. And we had to decide at the time. We had built a house. My salary and commissions were really good when we started building the house. When we got into it, my commissions had dropped in half. And so it was difficult when we got into the house to make the payment. And so I did what other plans say and go out and get a crappy second job. I got a job where I was kind of a peon at a construction site. And during the day, my real job, I was the international director for a medical device company. And then at night, I was cleaning up sawdust and doing kind of jobs that I didn't want to do, and getting less than a fourth. Actually, it was even less than that. It was about an eighth of what I was making at my job. But the good thing was I was using all that money to start paying down some debt. So when I started learning some of these tips and tricks, that's when I was able to start putting all of that money into paying off debt. And within 3 months, we were able to pay off $20,000. I was blown away. I didn't even think we had that money. But by utilizing correct resources and strategies, we were able to get into that position. So if you're feeling that pain, if you're living paycheck to paycheck, or if you want to get out of the rat race that you feel like you're in all the time, go ahead and contact us. Let's do a complimentary financial analysis, see where you're at. We have multiple different levels to fit everybody's needs so that we can help anywhere that we can, whether you're just graduated high school or you're getting up to that retirement level and not knowing how you're going to make it. Let's have a conversation and see if we can get you to that point. My name is Matt with Highline Financial Coaching. Go ahead and subscribe to our channel. Share our video. We'd love. I got into this into coaching to be able to help people spend more time with their family, which typically means they make more money so that they can free up some of that well-deserved time to do more with their lives than just work. So I hope you guys all have a great day. We look forward to hearing your comments.